Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Today's question was suggested by a viewer, thanks to Danielle Scotus for this one. Amy has a landfall, and she has plenty of mana to play both of the two Searing Blazes that are in her hand. Nick has a Grizzly Bears. Is it possible to play both of the Searing Blazes and deal 6 total damage to Nick, given that Grizzly Bears is Nick's only creature? Alright, so first of all, let's note that it is not possible to play the Searing Blaze if there's not a valid target for both the creature side and the player side. Because it targets both of them and it doesn't declare either of those targets as optional using a word like may or up to, that means that you have to use both of the targets when you're casting this spell. It's not possible for you to play it if a player doesn't have any creatures that you can target. So if this is going to work at all, we're going to need to do a little bit of thinking about how we set things up. Fortunately, it is going to be possible to at least play both of these cards. That's because immediately after you play the first Searing Blaze, you get priority again to play another spell or any other abilities that you might want to do. Now, because the Grizzly Bears is still in play, since the first Searing Blaze has not resolved yet, that would mean that you're going to be able to play the second Searing Blaze targeting the same Grizzly Bears, and you'd be able to get both of them onto the stack that way. Okay, so once we've got that far, what's going to happen? Well, obviously one of the Searing Blazes is going to resolve, and it's going to deal 3 damage to Nick and 3 damage to the Grizzly Bears, killing it. When the other one goes to resolve, that's where things are going to get a little bit more interesting. Remember how we said before that Searing Blaze targets both the player and the creature. That's going to be important again here, because if at least one of the targets is still legal when a spell tries to resolve, that means that it's going to do as much as it can when it does resolve. Even though the creature is no longer a legal target because it's not in play anymore, the player still certainly is, and that means that the other Searing Blaze is going to deal its 3 damage to Nick, even though there isn't a creature in play for it to deal 3 damage to also. So with that little clever trick, Amy is able to play both of the Searing Blazes in the same turn, even though Nick only has one creature that she would have to target with both of them. And that's all I have for you today. How did you do? Join me again tomorrow for another daily ruling, but until then, I hope you have a great day.